this great environment, I can't resist and just have to dive in.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Veronika Kondratieva.
San Antonio is the top travel destination in Texas, according to Texas Highways magazine. It wouldn't be theater without Shakespeare, and with the upcoming holidays, theater department decided to delight the audience with one of the Bard's most popular comedies, Midsummer Night's Dream.
It's a beautiful play. It's a romantic play. It is a funny play, lots of clowning and farce in it as well, and lots of intrigue.
The lighthearted play is more than 400 years old, and the production crew wanted to stay true to the classic text, but some modern elements were added to the production.
All the way throughout, we have this constant communication, I guess, or comments between 400 years old script and today.
The production is also the largest costume show of the semester, and it has a cast of 26 people. The actors had some challenges. They had to go through difficult articulation exercises to convey Shakespeare's language.
Because of choice he is so oft beguiled.
And they even had to learn some flying tricks to show the magic elements of the play.
We're taking all those elements and those themes that are within the text and then bringing them to life on the stage. And so it's kind of a really phenomenal visual piece.
The play will run through Sunday at the Harris Theater. Nye says this play has a specific effect on viewers.
I think it will tickle them. I think it will transport them to places. It will, to me, romance is at the heart of it. All different kinds of views of romance, and I think that's really good for people right now in our world.
Cast member Brianna Rybkowski says seeing the play also helps people grow culturally.
When you revisit the classics, that in itself brings back a freshness of the past, of our ancestors. It's a good way to freshen up our contemporary style.
Shakespeare once said, "All world is a stage, and I can't wait to see his world on this stage." For Bobcat Update, I'm Veronika Kondratieva. After a closure of almost 2 years, Spring Lake is open again for the new volunteer diver education course.
The lake was closed for restoration, and for safety reasons, divers were not allowed to go in. Now the Spring Lake Dive Authorization course lets them get their feet wet again. The goal of the course is to study the spring flows, vegetation growth, and fish and species counts. The Meadows Center is hoping volunteer divers will help collect data and contribute to preserving the lake.
It really is an incredible way for us to engage the public and get people here, not only from our own university community, but from the community at large, to come here and help us maintain the lake.
The Spring Lake Management Plan has scientific components that are specific to Spring Lake and includes new requirements.
Students do all the academic material at home prior to coming in, and then we spend one day with them here at Spring Lake reviewing the assessment quizzes that they take, going over safety procedures, and we do a tour of the springs to orient the divers to just where they are in the water.
Any diver with an open water certification and a minimum of 20 log dives can take the dive authorization course. About 60 people have already enrolled in the course. Divers who pass will become members of the Meadows Center Aqua Corps. Mitchum says it's important to keep Spring Lake's ecosystem healthy.
And those of us that work here, absolutely feel so incredibly fortunate to call this our office.
Well, in this great environment, I can't resist and just have to dive in.
For Bobcat Update, I'm Veronika Kondratieva. It's called San Marvelous. The store makes all things related to San Marcos its central theme. San Marvelous opened earlier this month.
Because we're definitely a colorful community. You know, we like to spend time at the river. You know, we like to go to the square. You know, the big pool parties. I mean, we're pretty notorious for being a fun place to live.
Texas State alum Rio Rodriguez started working on the idea of a St. Marvelous clothing line while he was a student majoring in fashion merchandise. Rodriguez says he wanted something that would better represent Texas State and its school spirit.
Things I just kind of had to take it into my own hands to do something about it and to give the students something really colorful and fun and different that really gives us our own reputation.
The clothing line was launched online in the fall of 2013. Occasionally, St. Marvelous representatives visited campus to create awareness and sell shirts. They were able to sell as many as 400 shirts a day. The next step was to set up a more permanent location where potential buyers could visit. Texas State sophomore Celine Oum says she's excited about having the store in town.
And that people can see them while you're walking, and it starts a good conversation where you got the shirt from.
Texas State freshman Jasmine Lowe says the tribal prints are her favorite.
It's nice because the shirts on campus, I mean, they're cute, but there's more of a variety in different types of shirts here.
St. Marvelous is located near the Texas State campus on North LBJ. The store sells shirts and souvenirs.
With its bright colors, unique styles, St. Marvelous is going to kick in full gear during spring break for its grand opening. For Bobcat Update, I'm Veronika Kondratieva. There is more unfunny news for comedian Bill Cosby as NBC has announced the network is dropping its deal with him for a new sitcom. Netflix has also canceled a comedy special starring him that was supposed to premiere later this month. Cosby is in hot water after several women accused him of sexual assault for incidents that allegedly occurred in the 1970s and 80s. The fairy tale about Cinderella is coming back to the big screen. The movie will be directed by Sir Kenneth Branagh. Lily James scored the lead role, and the Academy Award winner Cate Blanchett will be her wicked mother. The movie will hit theaters next March. All right. Academy Award winner Matthew McConaughey now has his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The big ceremony was held on Monday. Besides his family, the actor had director Christopher Nolan and his co-stars from his latest hit movie Interstellar by his side. McConaughey, who has ties to Austin, earned his first Oscar in March for his role in the movie Dallas Buyers Club. Katniss Everdeen returns to lead the rebellion against the Capitol as the Mockingjay Part 1 of Hunger Games series opens on Friday. Tickets are selling out at various theaters across the nation, and viewers are looking forward to reunite with their beloved characters and their new allies as they plunge into war to overthrow President Snow. The movie will also reveal Peeta's dark side. One of the most iconic figures in the world of journalism has died. Ben Bradlee, the former executive editor of The Washington Post, passed away yesterday at the age of 93. He was the top editor at the paper for 23 years and is best remembered for managing the paper's coverage of the Watergate scandal. Bradlee suffered from Alzheimer's and dementia for several years. Last fall, President Obama awarded Bradlee with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor awarded to civilians. Traffic and parking are a constant struggle for students. The Interim Director of Transportation Services, Nancy Nussbaum, has proposed a plan for commuters. In the proposal, Spec Parking Garage would be only for students who commute to Texas State. It has over 700 parking spaces, and the proposed rules would only apply Monday through Friday. Stephen Prentice, the Assistant Director of Parking, says if approved, these changes would take place during the 2015-2016 academic year.